That ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
1 under early in the round. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the Wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot, and it's only 160. But if you're a mere mortal, 280, 180, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Nothing wrong with that one. Only about 15 feet away and a chance for birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. What a hole this is, Frank. Par 3, 4, 250 yards. And we're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie. Safely on the dance floor.
Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Good look now at the 5th hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, and it's a good one. 635 yards. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. On the green in regulation. 18 feet from the bottom of the cup. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Now at -2 for the day. On to the par 4 6th here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Well, how about that? That's a 4th birdie on the day. Here's another scoring opportunity, Frank. A par 5. The 7th is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home, and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the 3-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way and really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Not too bad, about 25 feet away. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
When you consider the length of that putt, it's a good putt.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
It's a cruel game.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Eighth hole here at the Wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult.
This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. The ninth hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 621 yards.
You see why length is a huge advantage of this golf course, just under 7,700 yards. This hole here, another example. Good tee shot. Perhaps think of going for the par 5 and 2, but a great collection of 3 bunkers that sort of annoy you with your layup there. Got to make sure you avoid all of those to leave yourself a nice little wedge shot in here if you can't reach it in 2.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. 6 under par now. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
So trying to get the back 9 off to a good start. The approach shot is on the green, but he still has work to do. This is about a 30-footer coming up. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Putt for par. Needs one. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Par 4 11th hole, 443 yards. Frank, what's the best way to play it?
Nice straight drive off the tee, then really reduces this par 4 to size. And those bunkers short and left don't really cause an issue. The green's a little tiny though, but even if you miss that green a little bit on the right side, it's a relatively simple chip.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Early part of his back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Continues to putt beautifully. So on this back 9, we started with a par 3, then a par 4, and now we get to a par 5. The 12th is 576 yards.
Yeah, nice blend of holes there that you've just referenced. 11 bends to the left, consequently 12 will bend in the other direction. Good drive required. From there, just setting up perhaps, 7 iron, 6 iron into a green that's sort of fairly uniform in shape and should present a birdie with a good second shot.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Sinks it. Unbelievable. Now to par 4 13. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Very solid right there. 8 feet away. Well played. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, Just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was 1 inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Good-looking shot right here. Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3. And that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole. And on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up a short iron wedge into this short par 4. And, well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. Boy, looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.